Hi, I'm Laura Fenamore. I am the proud owner of OnePinky.com, healthy weight through healthy body image. And I want to introduce you to my dear friend and colleague, Paula Richer. Paula is somebody that found OnePinky.com and called me up and contacted me and told me that she really understood the theory of my work, that she actually has a weight release success story that is amazing, and she was practicing the principles and tools of my work long before I was actually teaching it. But I actually just wanted to let her share her weight release story with you and how she understood that it is about inside out rather than outside in and compulsive dieting. So Paula, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so tell us about what happened to you when you were in your 20s.
Sure. I was about 27 years old when I realized that after being overweight for about 12 years, and the weight was creeping on slowly, like 5 to 10 pounds per year, I realized that I was so sick of the whole dieting, what do they call it, the yo-yo?
Yeah, yo-yo dieting.
Because I would gain weight, and then I would torture myself, finally lose a few pounds, and then I would eventually break down and binge, and then I would gain that weight back plus another pound or two. So it was that awful upward spiral. And I was really sick of the fight. So I decided I was just going to say, forget it. I'm going to just let myself eat whatever I want, and I'm going to accept my body. And the most important thing was, what was really bothering me was I was shutting down my life. I wouldn't go to the beach. I wouldn't go clothes shopping unless it was absolutely necessary.
Painful.
I wore nothing but t-shirts and jeans. I wouldn't wear makeup. Like, I just shut off my femininity, my sexuality. I was just really disgusted with myself, and I was tired of feeling that way. So I said, you know what? This is what I look like. Take it or leave it. I'm going to start going to the beach. I'm going to buy a pair of shorts, even though I'm not happy with my legs, and I'm just going to live my life. And part of that was, you know, I was looking to find a partner in life, a mate, and I thought, this will be an automatic filter. Any guy that's attracted to me in this condition really is attracted to me, because I know he won't be after me because I, you know, have a sexy body or whatever. So there was that little fringe benefit I thought about too. And yet, at the same time, what I learned in that process is that I was using my fat as a stalling tactic to not live my life.
Yeah.
Specifically, I was a musician all of my life and a performer, and I really wanted to audition to be in bands and audition to be in vocal groups and things like that. And I was pretty terrified, but I don't think I was dealing with the fact that I was terrified. But I told myself, as long as I'm fat, I'm not ready to audition. So I was using the fat as a way of just putting off auditioning because I was terrified to audition. Now, I had no idea that was going on this whole time. No idea. But when I started really looking within and doing the work, you know, answering some of the questions was so painful that I would just be crying and writing for 2 hours. One question, I'd be answering and crying because the pain was coming up. But what was happening was, at the same time I was saying that, hey, I'm going to eat whatever I want, all of a sudden, I didn't want to eat so much. It just started happening by itself. Like, I used to lunge at sugar and fat. And all of a sudden, when I gave myself permission to eat whatever I wanted, I would look at sugar and fat and go, well, that looks great. And in the beginning, I probably overate some of that. But then all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? I'm getting kind of tired of chocolate. I'm getting kind of tired of eating, you know, fettuccine Alfredo. I think I want a salad, which, you know, a salad? That's torture food. That's diet food. But my body was wanting something crunchy and light. So it's a process of also letting your body tell you what it wants rather than you telling it you're not supposed to want that, you are supposed to want that, and by the way, I'm only going to give you that, so you better be happy with it. That sense of deprivation, that's what causes people to binge, I think. Because if you tell yourself, okay, I cannot have peanut butter anymore for the rest of my life, can't have peanut butter because it's fattening, then what are you going to think about for the next year? Peanut butter. And then one of these days, you're going to be in a weakened moment, and you are going to eat an entire jar of peanut butter because you feel like you deserve it. Oh yeah, take that. because you deprived yourself of it.
Yeah.
So all of those things just started to go away by themselves, and I was eating better without trying to, and literally, Laura, the weight fell off.
I know. When you told me that, I was just like, I believe it. I know. I see it happen all the time. And that's why when we met on the phone, she said to me, the principles that you teach at OnePinky are the principles that caused me to release weight in your 20s. How much?
I was 28 years old and I lost 50 pounds, and it went away by itself. And here's the best part: I'm 51 and it has never come back.
There you go. There you go.
Because and I worked up the courage to audition and got myself into a band, and I was in a band for a while, and moved on to other musical projects. So at the same time that I was healing my fear, right, or actually I can't say healing my fear, I was replacing it with faith.
Yeah.
So all the problems were being solved kind of on their own. And then I learned that the food was just a symptom, or it was my particular vehicle for stalling.
Right. Absolutely. So as I always teach, the issues are in our tissues, and if we don't deal with them, we will continue to use food and our fat as a reason to put off our lives. And I think that Paula just demonstrated that through her story just beautifully. So thank you,
You're welcome,
my dear, for your beautiful work in the world, and also just being an example of health.
You're very welcome.
Emotionally, spiritually, and physically.
I'd like to say to all of your clients and future clients that you can do it, ladies. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all inside of you, all of the answers. Mm-hmm. You're carrying the answers around already. You just need to let them come up.
Yeah, great. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, this is Laura of OnePinky.com signing off. Talk to you soon.